Hi, this is Dr. Stephen Newhart with Science Based Body, and this is the Economic Fitness Podcast channel. On this channel, we are going to provide you with ways to keep your body and mind in top peak physical condition in an environment of sedentary work environments. It is our perspective that blood flow is equal to cash flow, and if you cut off the blood flow, you cut off the cash flow. We hope you enjoy our information. Hi everyone, this is Dr. Stephen Newhart with Economic Fitness, brought to you by Science Based Brain Mind Body. We have a wonderful guest for you today. Everybody's going to be so excited. I think this is going to be a learning experience for everybody. We have Jessica Williams with us, and Jessica has gone through a just heartwarming change in her life, and I love seeing it. I love watching it. Everybody knows that my life has been spent in the fitness industry for a long period of time, so when I see lifestyle changes and just ultimate health changes, it really gets me excited. I'm so just happy to learn about it and thankful that I have the opportunity to learn about it. But she's going to take us deeper into the story, tell us how she got through it, tell us what she did to get there. And so Jessica, thank you for joining us on the show today. We're very lucky to have you.
I am so excited to be here today.
So I don't want to put any words in your mouth. Tell me exactly what I was talking about in the intro. How have you made this lifestyle change, or more so, what was the lifestyle change you made?
The lifestyle change that I made was weight loss through the ketogenic diet.
Okay, so just specifically what people know about it. They know ketogenic, and you had some weight loss
Yes.
that you underwent. How much? And
115 pounds. 115 pounds.
Congratulations. That's actually it's a huge thing. And I will say, once some people start going in that path, they never get the opportunity to reverse it. So hopefully today, after hearing your story, maybe we can help affect their lives positively. Maybe they can use some of the tools you use to get through, to the other side, I guess I should.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So tell us. And Bill Garner, thanks for joining us. It's good to have you here.
Oh, great to be here.
One of my greatest friends and business partners. And tell us more. So what made you decide to do this? Exactly, changes that were made, tough points you encountered. Just go through everything.
I decided to do this ketogenic diet a year and 2 months ago. So I was around going into my junior year of college. And I noticed over the past 4 years, I was getting bigger, but I was getting extremely big from my high school to my college years. And I just knew that a change needed to come because I had already reached my peak of 245 pounds. Mind you, I was probably 190 pounds in high school, and that already was overweight. And then I blew up from there. And I just knew that at 245, I never knew that I could reach 245. So if I keep going down this path, imagine me being 300 pounds at the height that I am. I'm 5'4", by the way. So 5'4", 300 pounds, that doesn't look good. And me, I'm going to tell you the truth. I care about my appearance. When I look good, I feel good.
Sure.
Yes. So I knew right then and there, I was like, something has to change. My health seemed like it was declining. But one of the things that really tipped it over the edge, and this is just a funny little background story. I was at a game. I was at a football game, and I was with some friends, and my mom was there as well. And we were walking down the stairs after the game, and she looked at me and she said, "Dang, Jessica, you're kind of blowing up." But she didn't say it to where she was trying to be rude. She was just letting me know, like, you're obviously blowing up, and I need to tell you this because I love you. And there's needs some changes. She was very worried about me. I'll put it that way. And she basically said that I look like a TV with arms. And I knew that she wasn't just saying that to be funny, but she was saying it because she cared. And the only way for her to get her point across is to make some type of insult. But for me to really understand how serious this is,
She
you
gave
know?
you a gift almost.
Yes.
It's like, hey, the gift of the mother
Yeah, she
to
did.
the daughter. Yeah.
So I took that and I ran with it. So instead of being upset like I usually get, like, you don't know what you're talking about, you don't know what I'm going through, I took that and I let that motivate me to get in shape. I knew that if I didn't start now, then I was never going to start. And it was just that simple. So, and my whole life, I've been overweight. My whole entire life, every friend group that I've ever been in, I've always been the biggest person. And to try to get people's attention away from how I looked, I would try to interest them in other things like being funny, you know, like we talked about earlier, being funny, trying to be the class clown, just trying to get them away from thinking about the way that I look, you know, being bigger than everyone else. So,
which are some of the things that may go through the minds of, you know, our brothers and sisters who suffer from this, you know? You're thinking about diverting all the time.
Yes.
And that's, you know, I don't know. It doesn't seem like something you enjoyed having to do.
Feeling self-conscious.
Yes.
It's,
yes.
And, you know, wanting to, you know, and really seeing that beautiful inside. I mean, going through this cocoon, you know, into a butterfly.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, what a transformation.
Yes.
So if I could ask a question real quick about what drove you to do the ketogenic? Did you see enough results from it from others, or?
That is a really good question. And I'm the type of person where I just like to jump right into it. I like to get things started because I want to see results right then and there. So honestly, I didn't know nothing about the ketogenic diet.
Okay.
At all. I looked up all the possible diets there were, you know, the vegan diet, the paleo diet, and the reason why I picked the ketogenic diet was because I knew I had a problem with sugar in bread. And I knew that if I did the ketogenic diet, well, you can't have any of those things. So
right.
It would be a challenge, but let me see if I can do this, you know? So I just chose that diet. I honestly chose that diet because they said we could have cheese, and I like cheese. So
Still have your cheese?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can still have my cheese. If it's not bread, then it's cheese, and that's really why I probably chose it.
Okay.
So I figured I would do a day. I gave myself a day. I said if I can get through the day without bread and without soda, I said I'll continue to go on and on and on. So the first day, I woke up, seen the Taco Bell. I said, nope, can't have nothing there. So I kept on going. Got to the campus. I think I might have had a wrap, but it didn't have the tortilla or something on it. And so I was like, okay, I could do this. And then I saw the good cold Cokes at the fridge, and I was like, you know what, let me try to get a water. And I went that whole day. And I think I've only ate that meal that whole day. But it was no bread and there was no sugar. So I was like, okay, I'll go ahead and continue this. And next thing I know, 1 day, 2 days turned into a week. I was like, okay. And then a week turned into 2 weeks. And then 3 weeks and so forth. And then ever since then.
My intuition tells me that the addictive substances get less addictive as you go. Is this true? Like the sodas?
Yes, but it's really hard. It is extremely hard.
Where you can fall right back into that addiction.
That stuff, yes. That stuff is so powerful. Like the high fructose corn syrup we were talking about. So addicting. So addicting. That is like probably, I don't know, 60% of that product. It is so addicting. So it was really hard for me to quit sodas. but it ended up being easy. I used substitutions for soda. I tried to stick with diet soda, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
It's not the same. So I figured if I can't have soda at all, I'm just not gonna.
Some people do shift to diet, and it still has sugar in it
Yeah.
in smaller amounts. That's what's interesting about the sugars, and what I don't fault companies for doing it because they're trying to stay alive and sell their product.
Yeah.
But when there's, you try to stick trace amounts in things like even like chicken, so that, oh, that chicken tastes really good, so I'll buy that chicken again. Don't fault them for it, but at the same time, that's for some people that starts an addictive sugar cycle all over again. So it's tough.
And I want to say at the time that I was doing this ketogenic diet, when I started, I was doing sports nutrition class. So I was also learning about what was in our foods and reading the labels on the back of the food packages. So I was doing all of that at the time, just trying to see what all I was consuming. And, I had a lot of people talking to me, worried about me. Like, hey girl, last year I seen you was, looked like you blew up a little bit. I'm like, oh, but I just knew that I needed to change. But that was the hardest thing.
How long until you really started seeing a change and feeling that change?
I would say about 2 weeks into the diet. It's not about what I didn't notice anything.
Mm-hmm.
I actually kept doubting myself. I was like, you know what, I'm not seeing anything. And my mom would continuously tell me, she's like, I see it. You drop inches before you drop pounds, I was like, well, I don't see nothing. I'm about to quit. She was like, just keep on going. Just keep on going. You're not going to lose the weight overnight. And that's what I have to keep reminding myself. It's not going to fall off ever. You need to work hard.
Mm-hmm.
So I probably started noticing a change maybe like 2 weeks into the diet. It wasn't a big change, but it was something. But I really didn't notice the changes until I would compare pictures. That's when I really started to notice.
Yeah.
And when I had first weighed myself, I stepped on the scale. I was 190 from 245.
Wow.
That was the first time I had stepped on the scale. And after I saw that, I was like, okay, I'm motivated. I'm going to lose weight, this, that. So it motivated me to keep going. But I didn't see the change until like 2 weeks, for sure.
That's good. Were you walking? Were you exercising?
Oh, and that's one thing I want to tell everybody. When I was doing this ketogenic diet, I absolutely did zero exercise. I'm going to be honest with you. I did no exercise at all. I was very, very lazy while doing this diet. All I wanted to do was do the diet. That's it. I heard that, 80% diet, 20% exercise. So I figured, oh, well, if I do 80% of the diet, then, maybe I won't have to do the exercise part, So, yeah, that's, and I wish I wouldn't have done that, if that makes sense.
Why?
Because I feel like it's harder now for me to really try to gain muscle.
Mm-hmm. Well, one advantage that I think I mentioned to you is a couple of years ago at the zoo, my daughter's wanting me to carry her. At the time, she was 25 pounds. So I'm putting her on my shoulders. And then I'm looking around at all these people. And I'm thinking about how heavy she is and walking around with her. And I'm thinking, wow, how strong they are. They're carrying an extra 50, 100 pounds. And it takes a lot of body strength. Mm-hmm. It takes a lot to carry that mass. And I'd never really empathized or thought about what it was like for them to carry that much weight. And so it's my perspective really changed, and just knowing how much strength it takes to carry that. Your body has picked up a lot of strength, and I'm sure your bones are denser. and everything else from having that exercise, carrying that extra, 100 plus pounds.
Sir.
Something that stands out in your story to me that we shine spotlight on and refer to it as negative in our country is your mom talking to you and being honest with you. We've put terms behind it that say, no, no, no. Don't ever say that to
don't shame someone.
But look what it's done.
No, shame is a wonderful gift. Guilt is an appropriate gift.
Yeah.
And, but then to be able to take the shame, I love how she used a way to visualize. So I'm sure you went around, visualizing a TV with arms.
Yes.
And, with that mental image, I know when I've wanted to, go through and change or improve, I visualize what I want to be and what I want, where I want to, have my body. And it's once I've got that visualization, I can make decisions. I can walk to the refrigerator and say, no, I'm not going to do this. And it makes a big difference. So, I mean, obviously, I'm sure you give your mom lots of hugs.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, she motivated me a lot.
I just can't wait to meet her.
And she was there all the way.
She was there all
She
the
kept saying,
way.
okay, come on, no, stick it out, stick it out. What did you do? Did you have any strategies for when you, would want to go eat something bad, or did you just say no?
That's a good question. When I wanted to eat something bad, I still didn't allow myself to go down there.
You just said no.
I said no.
What a gift.
Yeah.
Because if you would have capitulated, you would have lost.
I know. I would have lost. I have not cheated once on this diet since I've been on it my whole time. And I'm still on it. I haven't cheated once. And I didn't cheat because I had people that really supported me, that really motivated me to keep going. My brother, Jessica, you good. Don't eat that chicken sandwich. You good. I promise you look good. And I'm like, yeah, you just saying that. You know me. Oh yeah, I'm tired of hearing this. And then I thought about it. I said, if I eat this burger or this fry, I'm gonna have to start all over again, because the keto diet, well, what I was reading, it's not a diet that you cheat on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once you eat that fry, you are already sending your body out of ketosis.
No, sure.
Right.
So I was really, really scared of being big and staying that way or getting bigger. Mm-hmm. I watched these little 600-pound shows. Like, that's where I would be headed if I kept on eating the way that I did.
That's right.
So that's what I kept putting in my mind. Jessica, if you don't continue, you're not going to make this change.
I see the same pattern in a lot of us, right? Because even as a young person, I had bad food that was in my way, and a little excessive weight gain grew into my body, and then looked back and said, don't want to do that again. So I was lucky for my growth phase. Now, at this age, I probably could continue going, just like you could. But we put ourselves in a system where we are educated, because you were taking sports nutrition at that time. I was taking nutrition. I used the kinesiology exercise portion to like substitute for any feelings of wanting to eat anything bad, So then you add all those components, and that's exactly what we're trying to do. And we look forward to working with you in the future, because we're trying, Science-Based Brain, Mind, Body is trying to bring that entire system of community, help, tools for use after you've learned about a different style of dieting or changing your life, tools to manage as you go forward, and then having a good measurement to always check back on, which in your case was a picture, in our case is an EEG or a brain scan, so you can actually see the change. But that's what we want to do, and you're actually going to help so many people. Well, you're going to help people with this right here, what we're doing right now, but you're going to be able to help so many people in the future get through that. You're going to be their support system.
I just think about when you went in to meet with Mrs. Nelson, and where they had already recommended you, even though they had a picture of you being a lot larger,
Yes.
but just because of your talent, because of your personality, because of who you are, they were choosing you in spite of, the other, handicapped. And it's just like a horse race, you really handicapped yourself. So I think about when you walked in and it was like, ta-da.
Ta-da! She was like, looking.
Yeah.
I was like, it's me, Miss Nelson.
Yeah. I mean, you go to a fantastic school. I think, just seeing the students there at Tarleton, I mean, they are the backbone of America. I love seeing a lot of the girls in pickups. I mean, they're just, you just see the strength and the character, and kids that are working their way through school, that are determined, that are taking personal responsibility. At the same time, I love the story you talked about where you just plot your day going from here to here to here to get your extra supersized Coke.
Oh, yes, you know it. Every day. I was in that line.
Right.
44 route, Coke. And be easy on that ice because I want my drink.
Ice already small, and you're like, don't
Yeah,
I don't want
don't
the
do
small
that.
ice. Don't put it in there.
But yeah, it's so beautiful, the level of discipline. Where did you first exercise that type of discipline in the other area of your life? Where had you seen that? It's like, hey, I'm not coming off, this ketogenic diet. I'm not going to do that bread. I'm not going to do that. Where did that extreme ability to come? Where did that come from? Because that's so rare. That is the most essential gift in life, when you can just say no. Here's who I am. Here's what I'm doing. No. I've set a boundary. I'm not going there. And this is the gift that I'm giving myself because I love and care about myself, that much. I love and care about my family, and I'm not going to compromise. Where did that come from?
You know what? I ask myself that question all the time. Where did that courage come from? And all I can tell you is that when you get tired, when you truly get tired of something, you're going to change in some shape, form, or fashion.
Yeah.
You're going to make it happen when you get tired enough. So the way that I look at it, if you keep continuously doing something and you want to change, you're going to change because you're going to get tired.
Right. You're going to be brought to your knees.
You're going to be brought to your knees. And I just got to that state, that point. I was physically, mentally, and emotionally tired of feeling the way that I did, looking the way that I did. So I just started. I never looked back.
Well,
I just started.
I also like to have the belief that some people are chosen.
That's what I like to believe too.
And now, if you're given that gift, it's where you can help others.
Yeah.
So you were probably chosen for that job. Hope you're up for it.
I am, and I'm ready.
I know you're.
Yeah.
So bring the
No,
challenge
That was
on.
my little joke, but I know you are.
No, absolutely. You're truly an inspiration.
Oh, likewise. Yeah.
It's just, when Stephen and I met you, we're giving each other a high five and say, wow, look at this girl. I mean, she's going to change millions of lives. And you're authentic. I mean, you're real. You're not, someone else's creation.
Oh, yeah.
No. That authenticity, the ability to be authentic, because that's where we need trust. There is no trust without authenticity. And
right.
As we all see, with all the things that are going on in our society, there is a total lack of authenticity. And I mean, you gave yourself the greatest gift that a human can give themselves. And
do you have any other final things you want to say to everybody as far as advice or any last final comments?
Well, this is probably going to be cliche, but never give up in what you're trying to achieve. Please don't give up.
Yep.
Because if I had given up, there's no way I would be here standing talking to y'all right now.
That's right.
Or on this podcast. So whatever you got going on, whatever you are trying to do, just don't give up. Don't give up. And also, for those of you who are trying to do the ketogenic diet, I wish you guys nothing but the best. The biggest thing that people are probably going to have a problem with is the commitment. Mm-hmm. So as long as you stay committed and doing whatever it is that you're doing, you are going to succeed. It's point blank.
And before long, they'll be able to go to somewhere local to them, one of our centers.
Yes.
And hook up to some neurofeedback or do some vibration and get a look at their brain and see what's actually going on in there. And hopefully that's a motivational factor. Measuring and retesting is always motivational. I've been talking about it in the strength and conditioning world for years. So test, retest. Mm-hmm. And, but anyway, thank you so much for coming here today. Bill, thanks for joining us.
Thank y'all for having me.
And thank you all out there for logging in to Economic Fitness, brought to you by Science Based Brain, Mind, Body. And we'll catch you on the next episode. Have a great day.